Number 7. The magnetic flip has already begun. Earth's magnetic field, our invisible shield against the chaos of space, isn't just a passive background feature, it's our planet's guardian. It deflects solar radiation, cosmic particles, and high-energy storms that could otherwise fry our power grids and wipe clean every digital footprint we've ever made. But here's the problem. That guardian is weakening. Scientists have confirmed that Earth's magnetic poles don't stay locked in place. They drift, they wander. And every few 100,000 years, they flip. North becomes south. South becomes north. Right now, we're seeing the early signs of that process. The magnetic North Pole is no longer where it used to be. It's moving at an alarming pace across the Arctic. Navigation systems worldwide have to be constantly recalibrated just to remain accurate. But if you think it's as simple as poles trading places overnight, think again. During a magnetic reversal, the entire field becomes chaotic. Multiple magnetic poles can emerge in random regions across the globe. North in Australia, south in Alaska, it's all possible. The field won't vanish entirely, but it could become so fractured and weak that it no longer protects us the way it should. With a compromised field, cosmic radiation could bombard Earth's surface in ways we haven't seen since the last full reversal, about 780,000 years ago. Imagine birds flying in circles, whales beaching themselves, airplanes thrown off course, GPS systems rendered useless, and radiation levels spiking around the globe. We've survived past reversals, but we didn't have satellites, power grids, or delicate electronics back then. The countdown isn't to destruction, it's to disruption. Global, unpredictable, technological chaos. And it may have already started. Number 6. Skyquakes, the thunder with no storm. Picture this. It's a clear, sunny day. Not a single cloud in the sky. You're walking, working, relaxing, when boom, a deep, earth-shaking blast thunders through the air. Windows rattle, buildings tremble, people spill into the streets in panic. But when you look up, there's nothing. No storm, no explosion. No aircraft. This isn't thunder. It's not a sonic boom. It's something else entirely. Skyquakes. These mysterious cannon-like explosions have been reported for centuries across the globe. Lewis and Clark recorded hearing them in the American wilderness back in the 1800s. Entire towns along the U.S. East Coast have filed emergency reports, fearing attacks or collapsing infrastructure. Yet when investigators arrive, there's nothing. Scientists have tossed around theories. Undetected meteors skimming the atmosphere, underwater gas eruptions, shifting tectonic plates, collapsing underground caverns acting like amplifiers. But none of these theories fully explain the phenomenon, especially when the sound travels hundreds of miles. In New York, they're called Seneca guns. In Italy, Brontidi. In Bangladesh, Barisal guns. Each name, each culture documents the same strange, deafening reality. They defy our instruments, our satellites, our explanations. We can predict hurricanes, map galaxies, yet the sky still finds ways to scream and leave no trace. Number 5. Earthquake lights. Warnings in the sky. It's nighttime, calm, silent. Then, something unnatural. A strange, flickering glow appears in the sky. Not lightning, not auroras, something different. Glowing orbs float above rooftops. Curtains of ghostly light stretch across the horizon. And then, the ground starts to rumble. These are earthquake lights, mysterious, rare, real. For centuries, people reported strange lights in the sky moments before devastating quakes. Scientists dismissed them as myths, hallucinations, or coincidences, but modern cameras have captured them. Clear, eerie, glowing proof. Sometimes it's a ball of fire in the sky. Other times, it looks like glowing sheets rolling across the atmosphere. And the most chilling part? These lights often appear miles, even hundreds of kilometers, away from the quake's epicenter. What causes them? One theory involves piezoelectricity. When certain types of rock, especially quartz, are compressed under massive pressure, they release electrical charges. Now, imagine entire tectonic plates grinding, squeezing, and stressing. The result? a massive, naturally generated electrical storm right beneath our feet. The Earth could be signaling, a warning written in light. But the full mechanism? Still unknown, still debated, still feared. Next time you see strange lights in the sky, don't think aliens. Think the ground beneath you might be getting ready to break. Number 4, anesthesia, turning off consciousness without knowing. How? We put people to sleep every day. In operating rooms around the world, anesthesia is used to shut down pain and awareness completely. But here's the unsettling truth. We still don't fully understand how it works. It's like we've built a switch that turns off human consciousness, but we don't know what's going on inside the wiring. When you're under anesthesia, your brain doesn't just turn off. Instead, billions of neurons suddenly start misfiring, talking out of sync, losing connection. Imagine a massive city where every cell tower, every phone line, and every power grid scrambles at once. The lights are still on, but the system is chaos. A key suspect? Lipid rafts, tiny floating platforms inside brain cells. When anesthetic agents hit these areas, they scatter critical proteins across the cell membrane, like flipping a dinner table mid-meal. This chaos makes neurons less likely to fire, less able to communicate. Consciousness simply vanishes. Sometimes people under anesthesia have strange dreams. Other times, terrifying moments of awareness with no way to move or speak. In rare cases, they remember everything, paralyzed, mute, and awake. We're not putting people to sleep. We're dropping them into a controlled coma, and no one fully knows what lies beneath that silence. Every operation is a step into the unknown, one where science shrugs and says, "We know it works, we just don't really know why." Number 3. The Great Dying, Earth's ultimate reset button. 252 million years ago, the world ended, not in a bang, but in waves. What unfolded was the largest extinction event in Earth's history. Scientists call it the Great Dying. Over 90% of all marine life was wiped out. 70% of land creatures vanished. Ecosystems collapsed. The oceans turned acidic. Life didn't just disappear. It unraveled. Why? A cataclysmic volcanic event in what's now Siberia is the leading theory. But these weren't ordinary eruptions. We're talking about volcanic floods that buried the land in lava for over 1 million square miles, an area larger than Alaska. These eruptions released carbon dioxide, methane, and sulfur gases in unimaginable volumes. Temperatures rose by 14 degrees Fahrenheit, oxygen levels plummeted, acid rain fell from skies, the oceans turned to poison. Unlike a sudden meteor strike, the Great Dying happened in pulses, like nature hitting a broken reset button over and over. Some environments collapsed quickly, others decayed slowly over thousands of years. It lasted for nearly 200,000 years. A prolonged, agonizing death of the biosphere. But from this nightmare came something new. The few survivors evolved, adapted, reshaped life itself, the ancestors of dinosaurs, and eventually, us. Earth has reset before. It could again. Number 2. The Eridanus supervoid, a hole in the universe. In the southern sky, buried deep in the constellation Eridanus, lies something vast and terrifying. A cosmic hole. Nearly 1.8 billion light-years wide. It's called the Eridanus supervoid, big enough to fit 10,000 Milky Way galaxies inside it, yet strangely, almost completely empty. It's like the universe just skipped a beat, like something erased a chunk of reality and left a cold scar where galaxies should be. That is a gap in matter. When we examine the cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, this region shows up as a cold spot, a place where the temperature dips below expected levels, a void where light loses energy. Some scientists think it might be pulling energy from light as it passes through, like a gravitational drain, weakening photons, distorting data. Others suggest something more disturbing, that the laws of physics might not be uniform, that this void is a violation, a glitch, a place where space itself broke. It defies everything we thought we knew about the cosmos. We don't know what's inside it. We don't know why it's there. We just know it shouldn't be. Number 1. Black holes, the universe's impossible engines. At the heart of every black hole is something so extreme, so absolute, it breaks reality itself. Take a massive star, larger than our sun, now compress it, shrink it, crush it into a point with no size, no surface, no bottom. That's a singularity, a place where density becomes infinite and physics as we know it ceases to work. If you tried to zoom in, you'd never reach the bottom. It's like trying to divide the universe by zero. Time slows, space folds, gravity becomes a force so overwhelming, not even light escapes. Einstein's equations, normally so reliable, collapse under the pressure. Some believe black holes hide exotic forms of matter. Others say they lead to different dimensions or even other universes, but no one knows. Because once something crosses the event horizon, it's gone. No signal, no escape, no answers. We've seen them bend light, rip apart stars, consume entire solar systems, and yet they're silent, featureless, waiting, watching. At the core of the black hole lies the ultimate mystery, the place where everything ends, and maybe where everything begins. That's it for today. If your curiosity is still burning, don't forget, more mysteries, more unknowns, and more truth-bending science is coming soon. Subscribe to stay in the loop, because reality is stranger than fiction, and it's only getting weirder.